blue corner, fighting out of the nest in Hawaii. With a fight record of 6-3, 5 feet 10 inches, 125 pounds. Let's welcome back Riley Dutro.
Is an interesting customer. 2-fight win streak right now, fighting out of I&I Training Center. In his 6 wins, he has 2 submissions. In his losses, 1 knockout and 2 decisions.
And he is a very tall flyweight fighter, man. He's ranked number 3 in Hawaii on the 125s. He's got impressive stop over Ricky Camp, PXC 50. He's got some submissions, 4 decisions. One of his losses was to Russell Doan back in 2010 via KO. Well, we all know where Russell Doan is now, making waves. And like we heard, Corton IPXC, high-time UFC fighter now, is in his corner. She flew over here. They've been here since last Monday, getting it in, getting the work in. And I'm excited for this fight because this is a good step up for the opponent in Corton to really prove and see what he has to give. We've seen him beat up people, so I'm excited. This is another milestone for another Filipino fighter to go up against such a high-rated Hawaiian
And now his
fighter.
opponent fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of Team Lakai, with a fight record of 4-2, 5 feet 5 inches, 125 pounds. Let's welcome back John Chris Corton.
They call him Happy Feet. John Chris Corton from Lakai La Trinidad Gym, currently undefeated in the PXC.
Man, this is another kid. They don't call him Happy Feet because he's slow. They don't call him Happy Feet because he doesn't do anything. They call him Happy Feet because he's fast on his feet. He's an exciting kid, you know. I don't know if you've seen on this card tonight, James. We've had a lot of people that have beaten each other. I can see a lot of rematches in the near future for these guys that are getting the wins that beat the guy before, they're getting the loss, and then now we got this. Chris Corton fought Gavrov last time, and he also TK'd Rufino Monte. I remember Monte's from Bohol, where I'm living now, so I can't forget that guy. And I'm actually marrying into a Monte descent, so it's like I can't forget that guy even more. He got knocked out pretty hard though. But I mean, this guy right here, John Chris Corton, he's fast. He's got great ground and pound. I'm gonna say he's probably one of the top 15 guys for Team Lakai. He's on a 4-win streak. He's hungry for more, and this is gonna be the biggest fight, I think, of his young career.
Expectations from both guys.
Oh, wow. Corton's gonna come in strong, probably go for a takedown and get that ground and pound, where I think Riley's gonna try to box it. So we got Corton's 23 years old. We got Dutro, 28 years old, 5'10" to 5'5". This is where it's gonna come down. If Corton, like we asked the Team Lakai earlier, do they get guys that are taller that they get to match with? And they said they do, so hopefully this guy with Corton has been training with some higher, taller guys, that this height advantage is not gonna play a role.
This lady's smile can light up the grand ballroom of the Solaire Resort and Casino. Lea Bernardino ushering in round number 1.
And ref once again, let's give it up for Big John McCarthy.
We got over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fight clean, fight hard. Touch gloves now. Good luck to both of you.
Once again, it's awesome to have Big John in the house, James.
Big John laying down the law. Round number 1 brought to you by Yamaha SZ. Yamaha revs your heart.
Are we gonna see a knockout?
Corton in the Team Lakai red.
Get up!
White and blue for Riley Dutro. Here we go.
Watch that overhand right from Chris Corton. He sets it up and he's gonna throw. Ooh. It goes straight down to the mat.
Taken down.
Riley Dutro on top. Nice short body shot there from Riley. Riley's a very well-seasoned fighter, James. He's been around the block a couple times. He's fought some really good guys. And
Dutro can just posture up and he'll be in a full mount.
very close here, yep.
Corton, though, not allowing him to climb He's trying to push off.
Gets that.
Half butterfly guard.
Yep. And he's pulling that leg down so he can't just step up and over. So I do know that we do know that Riley Dutro is a well-seasoned jiu-jitsu fighter. So he does have, ooh, as he now rolls over, goes in his, pulls his half guard.
Corton now in half guard.
So he pushes them over and they stand back to their feet.
Good sprawl.
Now you see where the height comes in. So they go right back down to the mat with Dutro in full mount.
You know, it reminds me somewhat of Louis Smolka.
Oh yeah, and this guy has sparred with Louis Smolka. I'm sure of it.
Dutro now attacking the oblique area of Corton. You can hear those blows from here in our panel table.
Sinking into the side of John Chris Corton. As John gets a couple shots off of his own, he's pulling him in close, trying to take away that power in those punches.
Ooh, Corton taking so much punishment.
You know, that fight PXC 50 against Ricky Camp, you know, it was going really good, and Ricky was looking really good, and got caught with that leg, and I mean, he was forced to tap out in a heartbeat. So we do know that you know, Riley has some really fast submissions. You know, as a jiu-jitsu fighter, man, they're always setting something up. It's not like they're just gonna go and then it's gonna be a, you know, a fluke that you get that hold. You're always setting up for the next move, always setting up for the next move. So whether you are like an armbar specialist, you're always gonna be thinking about the armbar. Whether you're a guillotine specialist, you're always gonna be thinking about a guillotine. Same thing with a rear naked choke. You're always setting up that next move.
Speaking of setups, those blows to the body will slow down a Team Lakay fighter like John Chris Corton.
It's hard to breathe when someone's going at your lungs like that, man. Just, I mean, hitting the side, left and right.
Elbow.
Nice.
Just a split second for Dutro to launch that elbow. 2 minutes remaining in round number 1.
This is a big step up in competition for John Chris Corton. Everybody they put in front of him, he's destroyed. Ooh, right to the belly button, right there. Another
blow to the midsection. Kick to the thigh.
Yeah, and when he's kicking, I mean, it's bouncing off the mat. So you know those kicks are really hard. Wow.
Corton trying to get up.
They're both back up now. You see that height difference once again is Riley Dutro is basically, boom.
Ooh, another one.
We had John Chris going for that kind of that leg sweep, and he got caught up because of that height advantage, man. When you have no leverage to pull up, he had nowhere to go except he got put back down.
A minute remaining in the first round. Again, Corton trying to wiggle his way out of harm's way.
And Riley trying to set something up. We got Big John right on top of the action. Just waiting for that moment where he doesn't see enough action that he stands him back up. He told us in the referees conference the other day that it's always on his mind. If nobody's going to move for a certain amount of time, he has no option but to get them back to the feet and let them slug it out.
More ground and pound right now from Riley Dutro. Going low and then high. Posturing up and getting on his feet. Ooh, another blow to the midsection. We have to be careful there as we end round number 1. And the mere mention of Chris Barnett of this lady's name is enough to get the crowd into a frenzy. Abby Poblador preparing to usher in round number 2. But talk about the story, Uriah, in round number 1. John Chris Corton, the Team Lakay fighter, getting a taste of his own medicine because Riley Dutro was able to take him down with his takedown of the round brought to you by Yamaha SD. Yamaha revs your heart. Yeah, even Leia Bernardino was surprised there.
Just, I mean, it got reversed, man, and he got taken down hard. But they both hit just as hard. So definitely that was felt by both sides.
Round number 2 brought to you by Yamaha SZ. Yamaha revs your heart.
Well, let's see if they can stand up for a couple more minutes here and get some striking going.
Ooh, Corton. Explosive. And
Corton pulls him down, but once again, he's going to end up on his back. But
Again,
Riley has the upper hand.
starting the second round not in the best way possible for John-Chris Corton.
Nope, he got a couple of punches off. But as he tried to pull Riley down, he ended up on his back. Right now, it's been a pretty dangerous spot for him as he's eaten a lot of punches to the midsection.
How big is it for a taller guy like Dutro to have a dangerous clinch and ground game?
I mean, it's like, ooh, wow, nice knee. There you go right there. Because your opponent's shorter, you know, you don't have to go up as high as for that knee like we just saw. And for lifting them up off the ground, you don't have to lift as high to get them up off the ground for that slam. So I mean, it's playing a big role. 5 inches is a lot of, man, in basketball, it's the same thing. 5 inches is a lot. Ooh, nice little elbow coming from Riley Dutro.
Dutro also showing he can excel in close quarter combat. Short elbows, short punches.
Which is probably setting up for something that he's got up his sleeves.
Right now he's in half guard.
And he's patient. Look how he's pulling in. Watch him. He's going to try to get that arm underneath there. And he's going to pull up that elbow. And he wants to make the right arm of John-Chris Corton go towards his own neck. So wait for it. He's going to try to pull it in, getting position.
It's important to stay active even when you're trying to set up a hold.
Yep, but you don't want to telegraph it so much that you lose it. Because if someone knows what you're going to do, then they're going to be able to counter it right there. Now it's getting dangerous. Let him get his leg out. He's going to try to get on top, and then he's going to sink it in. Watch it. Oh, so what he wanted to do is when he stepped over, he had to go to the opposite side so he could pull that arm across when he sunk it in.
Corton this time getting his rib cage assaulted in different ways. Ooh.
Wow. Riley Dutro is very, very patient. Now let's see if they could keep it standing for a minute. As Chris Corton goes in for that leg kick.
Straight kick.
The straight kick hit the midsection and dropped Riley. We don't know if it was a slip or it actually took his breath away there for a second as Corton's fighting for that takedown now.
Corton trying to get control in the clinch.
We're going to see another takedown here.
Oh, powerful takedown from Dutro.
Another takedown from Dutro and another Team Lakai on the bottom. Definitely, like you said, getting a taste of what they do best. Is Chris Corton seeing what it feels like to be slammed. I'm sure he's been slammed in practice, but now it's at the hands of a Hawaiian fighter in Riley Dutro.
A minute and 30 remaining in round number 2. He's on the defensive, talking about John-Chris Corton for most of this fight. Trying to control the wrist this time of Riley Dutro. The big challenge now for Corton is to be able to do something even when his opponent has dominant position.
Yeah, and as Dutro continues to beat on the body, you got to see in this last minute, we got to see if Corton can swing to a side, get his hips out, as he's pretty much flattened out at the moment.
Under a minute remaining in round number 2.
We'll see if, there we go, we're gonna see him screech up. From this position, he can go ground and pound, he can go arm bar, he can go to Kimura. I mean, he's got a lot. Wow, is he just pounding on the body? He's being content and just pounded on the body.
Corton is now wincing with 20 seconds remaining in round number 2.
Yeah, those start to pay the price, man. Especially later on, there's going to be a nice bruise there. Those ribs are going to be hurting pretty good here tomorrow morning.
He's trying to posture up, but Corton hanging on for dear life. And that ends round number 2. It's been a grind between Shane, or rather John Chris Corton and Riley Dutro. As we take a look at Shane Ramos, of course, thanking our friends from Premier Condoms for sending Shane over to highlight our night as we take a look at the takedown of the round, brought to you by Yamaha SC. Yamaha revs your heart.
Wow.
It's been a story of the night, Uriah.
Yeah, and the takedowns that we're seeing from Riley Dutro are nothing less than powerful and damaging.
And this round brought to you by Yamaha SC. Yamaha revs your heart.
Well, we'll see if John Chris Corton can turn up the fire here in this last round as he comes out swinging.
He cannot be taken down. Talking about John Chris Corton.
He needs to stay on his feet as long as he can and get off some crazy punches, get some good kicks in and see if he can slow down the game of Riley Dutro. As Riley still looks fresh, standing right in front of him.
And I think they're going to fix the tape on the left hand of Riley Dutro. Again, for John Chris Corton, takedown defense and aggressive striking. Riley Dutro is called the perfect storm, as you can see in his trunks.
And so far, he's put on a pretty perfect show as he is just
good uppercut by
slowly
Corton.
taken down.
They
Chris
battle in the
Corton.
clinch.
Ooh.
Corton eating knees to the body. Riley again overcoming him with his sheer size and length.
Nice.
Ooh, solid attack up top. Corton trying to counter with knees of his own.
Wow.
Foot stomp.
We rarely ever see foot stomps here.
Oh, Corton eats an elbow.
And once again, we always talk about, being able to use the full part of your body. As Corton goes for that takedown again, and it's stuffed. He almost goes down.
Just because of the length.
Yeah, it's hard trying to lift up a guy that's 5 inches taller than you.
If Corton wants to win this, he has to knock him out in this round.
Knock him out or get a submission.
Corton looking at his corner.
Corton needs to dig deep as he's still working. He has not stopped working this whole fight.
Eats a left elbow up top.
Definitely.
Dutro relentless.
Definitely needs some more tools for this this job that he's taken upon himself.
Dutro controlling this clinch. He's looking to take him down and staying active, attacking the body of Corton.
Yep, and Corton is really taking a lot of hits to that side, both sides.
Even from the ground and pound. Another knee.
He's gonna go in there. Oh, he was thinking about that double leg. Big John gets in the middle of him, pulls him apart. Says, go back to work, guys. Dutro comes out with the right knee, a right leg. Corton's still bouncing.
You all know the puncher's chance in any fight, in any arena. Corton can just unload. But he has to land flush on the face of Riley Dutro. Again, they end up in the clinch.
And Corton almost got a takedown there as Riley was caught off guard. But once again, they stand in the middle of the Terror Dome, and Riley takes another kick and puts it on the thigh of Corton.
Big swing and a miss for John Chris Corton.
We know that Corton has the power.
Ooh, good kick to the body, almost checked.
He has the drive and he has the heart.
1-2 from Dutro. A minute and 20 remaining in round number 3.
And I'm sure Corton knows the seriousness of trying to make something happen here as he's clinched up against the fence with Riley Dutro.
Oh, Corton, another knee to the body.
Riley's been able to pretty much impose his will throughout the whole fight, whether it was takedown or submissions. I mean, not submissions, but you know, keeping him on the ground.
He's relentless, attacking the midsection of John Chris Corton, trying to lift him up. Corton defensive. 40 seconds remain.
Good job on Corton's side right there to not be able to be picked up and slammed like he was in the first and the second. But you can only imagine how much damage you could take to those midsections, as he is, you know, taking left and right punches to both sides.
Unfortunately for Corton, because of the size and the length of Riley Dutro, who overwhelms him. Oh, knee up top. Corton has been unable to find the necessary space to launch an offensive. And Dutro stamping his glass after 3 rounds.
Wow, what a fight. You know, we saw the heart of Chris Corton. He wasn't afraid to try to go for broke. He just didn't quite have the tools in the box to come in and get the job done against Riley Dutro, where Riley was really able to impose what he had with his length and his skill, whether it was on the ground or standing up. And you see Courtney Casey there in the corner coming in. Awesome, awesome, awesome girl, man. She came from PXC, now making waves in the world. It's fun to have her here, getting to talk to her again, getting her to come and corner for her guy. It's always awesome. I love seeing the teamwork and the teammates that come and support their fighters.
For Riley Dutro, again, in sports, you never lose, you learn. And he was the professor, and class was in session for John Chris Corton.
And hopefully from this, John Chris Corton will not take this as a defeat that pushes him back, but actually takes him forward.
As we take a look at this strike of the round, brought to you by Yamaha SC. Yamaha revs your heart. And the decision with Chris Barnett.
And we do have an official ruling from Gab, with all 3 judges scoring the bout 30-27 in favor of our winner by way of unanimous decision, Riley Dutro.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Riley Dutro. Riley, you put on a clinic for us tonight in being able to take down somebody and slam them as they're known to take down and slam people. You really kind of gave back what they do to everybody else. You know, we've seen knockouts from you, we've seen submissions from you. What was, you know, your opponent was going to be shorter. What was your real game plan coming into tonight's fight? Were you going for a knockout or were you going for a submission?
Honestly, I wanted to stay on the outside and use my range, my jab, my kicks, but I don't know, he kind of threw an overhand in the beginning and somehow I landed on his back and I felt him pretty weak there, so I kind of just ended up there most of the fight. And he's tough, man. He held on pretty strong. And my second time at flyweight, so I'm still getting used to this weight division, and better things to come for me in the future. More finishes for sure.
Well, we saw you relentless in those strikes to the body, left and side. I'm sure he's going to be hurting in the morning. You know, like you said, give him heart. He was real strong. He kept going. We congratulate you on the win. Do you want to say hello to the people back home?
Yeah, what's up, Maui? We're out here. I'm still pushing. I'm here. Thank you to Lena Blue Services, big sponsor of mine, the fam, the Nest, all my teammates there, Uprising Fitness, Courtney, Eddie, everybody back home. Thank you guys so much. Wally, thank you for helping me with all my pad work. And my dad, Allied Machinery, big support to our gym back home. My girl and her good friend Joyce out here. Thank you guys for making it. Thanks PXC for the opportunity. I promise next time be back 10 times better.
All right, we'll see him again. Give it up for Riley Dutro.